I want to talk about the word per in math, because that word comes up a lot, and if you understand how that affects different problems, it's a whole lot easier to kind of work with it. So anytime you see the word per, I want you to think about division. Now, some of us think of division as that, but that's not what I want to think about, right? I don't want to think of the traditional division piece. I want to think about division as a fraction bar, okay? So if I say dogs per park, that means I can write this as dogs fraction bar park. Now it's a fraction, but a fraction bar means the same as the division sign. That's why I say when you see the word per, I want you to think division, because then we can take a sentence and create a fraction. Now, let's do this in terms of a problem. Let's say we have 87 points on a team with 8 players. What is our, I don't know, English is hard. What are the points per capita? Now, when you look at this, you can see that it says points per capita. So let's see what that means. Points per capita. Now, this could be the part where you say, well, what does capita mean? How am I supposed to know that? Well, capita is another way to say people or person. So this is the same as points per person. Okay, so if I know points per person, I know 87 points. I know 8 players. Players are people. Now I can plug in my points. Okay, so 87 points, so points goes on top. People go on the bottom. Generally, when we use the word per, we like to talk about per 1. I don't know why I went all the way back to that slide for that. But usually we want the denominator to be a 1. So that means we actually do divide. So think about your calculator. You're going to take this and you're going to hit 87 divided by 8, right? Just use that fraction bar like a division sign. So 87 divided by 8 is 10.875. So we could say there are 10.875 points per person. And that is points per capita. It's just how many points would we attribute to each individual person. Now, I want to do one that is not people. What if I say we have 16 bones and 10 dogs? What is the number of bones per dog? Per dog. Then I think my dogs are going to come running because they just heard that. So when you see this, right, per is the division sign. So bones per dog. Whatever comes in front of the word per goes on top. Whatever comes behind the word per goes on the bottom. And now we have ourselves a fraction that we can plug in our numbers. I have 16 bones. That goes in the numerator. I have 10 dogs. Goes in the denominator. So now I would take 16 divided by 10 in my calculator. Top divided by bottom. And that gives me 1.6. So I would say we have 1.6 bones per dog. And that's the idea of per. And yes, one of my dogs totally just came in to say hi. That is the idea of the word per, or per capita, per dog, per whatever. You see the word per, and we have ourselves a fraction. So this is 1.6 bones for every one dog. And that, my friends, is playing with the word per.